Breaking news overnight. Special counsel Jack Smith's report on President-elect Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election was released. Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas has the details. Good morning, Pierre.
George, good morning. Special counsel Jack Smith, in a new report, is calling out President-elect Trump and bluntly stating he brought the case because he believed he would have gotten a conviction.
This morning, the special counsel who investigated Donald Trump's role on January 6th and efforts to interfere in the 2020 election has issued a blistering report, sharply criticizing the president-elect's attacks on his investigation and suggesting that Trump's actions warranted prosecution, saying that no, quote, man in this country is so high that he is above the law.
The attack on our nation's capital on January 6th, 2021 was an unprecedented assault on the seat of American democracy. As described in the indictment, it was fueled by lies.
Smith, who resigned on Friday, accused Trump of unprecedented efforts to unlawfully retain power after losing the 2020 election, and said Trump's cases represented ones in which the offense was the most flagrant, the public harm the greatest, and the proof the most certain. He called allegations that his investigation was politically motivated and controlled by the Biden administration, quote, laughable.
This is prosecutorial misconduct, and its primary purpose is to steal another election.
Trump's legal team overnight made a last-ditch effort to block the release of the report, but Judge Aileen Cannon, who was nominated by Trump, rejected their request. Trump's attorneys had argued the release of the report would be unfair and was an attempt to harm the incoming president by a weaponized Justice Department, saying, never before in our nation's history has the Department of Justice attempted to interfere with an incoming presidential administration in this manner, let alone on the very eve of inauguration.
Trump, who has maintained his innocence throughout, mocking Jack Smith this morning, calling him a lame-brained prosecutor who was unable to get his case tried before the election. He stated, the voters have spoken, George.
Pierre, a lot of details in that report on the violence that was perpetrated on January 6th.
Indeed, it was. Jack Smith believes that Trump was directly involved in inciting that violence, although Trump has maintained that he wanted the actions of the people out there to be peaceful.
And there was another special counsel report released overnight?
That's right. Special counsel David Rice released his final report on the prosecution of a gun charge and tax violations by the president's son, Hunter Biden. He says his prosecution was completely justified, and he sharply criticized President Biden's pardoning of his son and his claim that his son was selectively and unfairly prosecuted, saying those accusations were baseless and that they threatened the integrity of the justice system as a whole, George.
Pierre Thomas, thanks very much.